Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Nationals March to October. And for you regular viewers, I'm sorry, the last couple days I've been really into Starfield, so this episode's coming out a little later than I wanted it to. But we're finally ready to get started on the 2025 postseason, trying to pick up our third straight World Series and make it a three-peat. This will, though, be the first of the 3 times that we're not starting in the wild card series. We not only won the division for the first time, but I also managed to get the 2 seed in the league. So we got a pass right to the NLDS, and we're playing our division rival Braves. And the Braves, while we did beat them in the regular season, they only went 83-79. They're not a team to be taken lightly. They have the 6th best ranked team in terms of overall, with really good hitting. I mean, 2nd in contact, 3rd in power. I want to do what we normally do when we start new postseason series. We're going to take a look at the Braves roster, do a little scouting, and then play game 1. But before we do that, just for anybody who might have missed the stat recap episode, I went over what our lineup is looking like heading into the postseason with the different moves the CPU made, and the CPU made some weird moves. So at least for this first series in this postseason run, we have an extra position player. We have 5 guys on the bench. So that means we have 1 less pitcher, but not only do we have 1 less pitcher, we also have a pitcher that I don't want. We have Michael Fulmer that they just randomly brought up after not having been in the majors all season. CPU decided we need him now, I guess. And in fairness, he's got a pretty good pitch mix, and he's coming off of a pretty good season the year before, so like he's not the worst guy to stick in a game. But the 2 arms that means that we don't have that were regulars for the season, or at least most of the season, is Matt Moore and Adam Simber. But now let's take a look at that Braves roster. So let's start with their pitching, and their rotation's a little out of whack just because they had to play in that wild card series. But they have, it looks like starting game 1 against us, Mike Soroka, who is up to an 86 overall in this world. He's got a good pitch mix. Looks like he had a pretty good year, just doesn't strike out many guys. And then their other 2 good arms, obviously Spencer Strider, he's up to a 94. Had a bit of a down year though, besides the strikeouts. I mean, 270 strikeouts in only 228 innings pitched. I feel like on this game, with how it works in simming, it's kind of crazy. But that ERA was a little up there. And then you got Kyle Wright at an 88 overall. I think that's the same ERA that Mike Soroka had. And then we might see Ian Anderson. If we do, that'd be a good thing because he had a 7.11 ERA. Over to their bullpen, it doesn't look too strong. Nobody above an 80 except for their closer at an 80. But let's see if any of these guys in their bullpen had a standout year. I feel like I had trouble hitting this guy earlier this season, so we got to watch out for him. This guy hasn't pitched in 5 years in the big leagues. Dylan Lee had probably the best season so far we've seen out of a bullpen arm. And then, yeah, Rysel, but not a good year out of him either. Then to go and take a look at their offense, which is the scary part, and it's pretty much the same offense they've had this whole March to October. It's just getting better and better because everybody's young and getting better and better. But dude, I mean, look at this team. There's so many high 80s. I mean, 6 of their 9 starters are in the 80s, but all 6 of them are at least an 87. Well, and then Acuna's up to a 97. But let's see what they actually did at the plate during the season to see who we should be scared of. Michael Harris did okay. I mean, he did pretty good, but for what I'm assuming we're gonna see, I'm thinking that's just okay. Vaughn Grissom actually did a little worse than last year at the plate. Acuna, 44 doubles, 33 bombs, over 1,000 OPS. Better than last season for him, so, I mean, we already knew I was gonna have to be afraid of Acuna, so I don't know what this proves. Austin Riley hit 38 homers. That's the most he's hit in this March to October. Average was down a little bit, though. Or wait, no, it even wasn't. What am I seeing? Matt Olson, 34 homers. His average actually was down. Sean Murphy hit 25 bombs, batting over 300 these days. Man, B potential, 30 years old, and he got that much better. That's scary. Ozzy Albies, seems like he should be hitting more homers than that, really. But that's another big bat. Marcelo Zuna, even. He's not one of the 80-plus overalls, and he's providing that much. And then Conforto, also a pretty good bat. Seems like he's probably a platoon guy, but when he's playing, he's hitting almost 300. Bench-wise, I'm sure we'll see Daza against lefties. Yeah, he's in there batting second against lefties. And yeah, I mean, when you got that high contact numbers, you're going to be batting 339 like that. Not much of a threat elsewhere. It's just those base hits for him. Backup catcher Omar Narvaez even is a pretty big bat, almost batting 300. I doubt we see him though, because there's no reason for them to use him over Sean Murphy. This dude never played. And then Adam Frazier, I forgot they signed him in the offseason, and he was also really good. 312 average, 818 OPS. So yeah, man, even though their record wasn't that great, we still have our work cut out for us in a best of 5 series. And we're gonna get started on the series right now. Game 1, it's the top of the 6th with nobody out, so we got almost half the game to play here. And we have maybe the biggest type of jam you could be in to start this one. Bases loaded, nobody out, and we're only up 2. So only one of these runners can come around to score, and preferably none. Cade Cavalli's on the mound. I bet I want to take him out probably, don't I? I don't know. I guess we'll see what his energy's looking like and everything. All right, here we go. It's Austin Riley up at the plate. The cleanup hitter with the bases loaded. That's what he's there for. Cavalli is relatively low on energy. I might just want to get him out of here. Let's see though what we've got. He's only given up 2 hits but 4 walks. And then over on our end we have a Gavin Sheets solo homer. Casas going 2 for 2 so far with a double. Soto's hit a double. And then yeah, Cade Cavalli, man, he was probably having a really good start until this inning. They have Scott Effross up and ready to go already. I think I'll just stick with that plan. Ooh, actually, or would this be a good spot for Jordan Hicks? Because one, it's early in the game, so he could go multiple innings, but also he has an 87 clutch rating, which Effross doesn't quite have. And actually nobody has. That 87 clutch is the highest in our bullpen. So that means with runners in scoring position, it's basically the hits per 9 up to an 87. I might want to go with that. It is kind of risky knowing a walk would drive in a run, but I don't know, is that the move, or do I just go with Effross now, who I trust a little bit more, and then maybe start Hicks the next inning and he can give us a couple? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Effross now to try and get us out of this jam, and then get Hicks up and ready to go for next inning. I mean, man, we haven't even thrown a pitch yet in the postseason and they're already making my brain work. There's definitely a strikeout spot. Actually, more thinking to do. Do I want to bring the defense in? Actually, yeah, they were already in double play defense, so I'll leave them there. And then if it's hit hard enough, like to the corners, we'll come home with it. Otherwise, we'll get 2 and trade a run. And hopefully Effross can get us another out. There we go, though. That's a good first pitch. Okay, Scott, it's not a good 3 pitches in a row there. I didn't want to bring Hicks in because of the risk of the walk, and now you're 3-1. Okay, 3-2. I'm going slider, but this has to stay in the zone. I got a yellow release. That was a bad spot, but we're fine. Another yellow release. Okay, that's going to be a run, but at least it's an out. If we can turn a double play now, then that'd be the same thing as if we just turned it then. Man, I keep getting these just slightly yellow releases. I mean, really, 3 degrees off? Again? Come on. Dude, this is ridiculous. Okay, at least that got a swing and a miss, but every single pitch is a yellow release. Please. I don't know, is Abrams gonna get there? He is! What a play, dude! He didn't get a great jump, but it was good enough with his speed. It actually wasn't a terrible jump, thinking back to it. Like, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't like instant, but for a guy with his fielding ratings, that's plenty fine. Dude, they're being way too patient here. Oh my god, anything slightly off the plate and it's getting taken. Look at that. That's the pitch that normally wipes everybody out. There we go. Blew the sinker by him at 92. All things considered, that was a good job by Scott F. Ross to get us out of that spot with minimal damage. And most importantly, the lead intact. Casas, that could bloop in for me. It will bloop in for me. He's going to continue his perfect day. No, I didn't want to swing. My thumb just like twitched on it because my brain was like, oh, you gotta swing, you gotta protect, even though I knew it was out of the zone. I'm getting too angry about this. Sheets, okay, there we go. That one gets through. We have 2 runners on. No speed out there on second, though, so we need a pretty well-placed hit or just a ball in the gap or something to score him. Oh, and of course, we're just... Oh, wait! The bad fielding on Vaughn Grissom kicks in there. We got the bases loaded now with 1 out. Abrams out of the 9 holes. Got to do something big here. Let's get that run back. Wow. That was slow. Oh, and then I don't swing at that. I felt like I was in control of that at bat. And then I don't know what happened. Come on, Hap. You got to do it. Okay, now all of a sudden he just decides to pitch like the best he could possibly pitch here. Spotting up that tough spot on the sinker like that. And then that. Okay, there we go. Another like perfectly placed sinker, but I was all over for it. We're at least getting a run out of this, getting that run back up to a 2-run lead. Oh, and they're going to the pen here now. Who do we got? They're going to another righty, Bryce Elder, and we have Mr. Clutch up at the plate. Oh my god, that's another one of those sinkers. I remember from facing this guy earlier this season, he has a tough release point, and that sinker is really tough to see, so that makes sense. But at least we got a run back. 2-run lead again. We are going to go to Jordan Hicks now. He didn't have a great regular season, but I trust him. He had a great postseason last year. And there we go. That's a really good start. 1 pitch gets that slow rollover. Oh my god, and then a perfect slider like that on an 0-2 count. He's back on form here in the playoffs. Oh yeah, and then blow that thing right by him. Right down the middle for strike 3. That's a great inning from Hicks. I think he's got another one in him. Wow. 3-2 count. He just came right down the middle with 88, and I missed it. Oh, and then Meneses, I went chasing on 2-0. You absolutely do not need to swing at that on a 2-0 count. You don't even have to think about swinging at that on a 2-0 count. That's going to get up through the middle again, though. Casas is 4 for 4. Oh, my God. And then back-to-back check swings they don't let me hold up on. So nothing more going that inning. This guy is really tough for me, this Bryce Elder. I keep calling him this guy, but I'm pretty sure he was an all-star in real life this year. Wasn't he? I know he has an all-star card on MLB The Show, so that means he was an all-star. They wouldn't give an all-star card to somebody who wasn't an all-star. Okay, they're making it a little more tough on Jordan Hicks this inning. They've made me miss twice. Well, all 3 times, barely off the plate. He's taken all those. There we go. Early, I guess, on the sinker. Does that mean I can slow it down with a circle change? Hope it stays in the zone. Nope. That sounded like a perfect. There we go. That's more like it. A 3-pitch strikeout and one where he swung at the first 2 pitches off the plate and then took the 3rd one right down the middle. Oh my god, dude. One more. Come on. Fool Acuna again on this pitch. Oh, that almost got him. Why do I feel like Jordan Hicks always has Acuna's number? I shouldn't have said that before the at-bat was over, should I? Okay, never mind. We got him. Another one on that slider. There we go, dude. That was an electric 2 innings from Jordan Hicks. 5 punch-outs, only the 1 hit allowed. Sends us to the bottom of the 8th and then closing it in the 9th. That sinker just absolutely drops off the table, man. That time I overestimated it. Oh my god, I didn't know he had a cutter. This whole time, I don't think he's thrown it. And that was right down the middle, too. Look at that, I was swinging for the sinker. It completely fooled me. There we go. That could do something. That is going to do something. Matt Chapman with a postseason, a home run here to give us a 3-run lead. Straight away center field, weighted back on that slider. We're adding another one on. Abrams, that could bloop in. It is going to bloop in. Wow, that's a terrible swing. Hap, that was another pretty solid swing on a tough sinker from him, but at least it's only one. Garcia, it is going to get over his head. All right, there's 2 on with 2 outs. Turning it over to Juan Soto. We definitely have a chance here to add on more. Soto can make a good swing. There we go, Juan Soto drawing a walk. So that just means it's Meneses now with the bases loaded. Oh, you gotta be kidding, dude. That's a perfect. I guess maybe that's just everything balancing out from those weak bloopers getting down. So I can't be too mad about that. We're gonna go to Sir Anthony Dominguez here to pick up the save with 3 runs of cushion. He's gotta be able to get this job done. There we go. We got the rollover to Sheets. There's 1. Oh, and blowing the fastball by Sean Murphy. 1 to go. There we go. Ozzie Albies frozen like a statue for out number 3, and that is a Game 1 victory. So that's a big win for Game 1 to put the pressure not on us. Now it's all about what this Game 2 situation is going to look like, and fine by me, 0-0 this time in the top of the 6th. So I am going to go ahead and call this episode here. Hopefully next episode we'll play games 2 and 3, and that'll be all it takes to win the series. So guys, make sure if you enjoyed this one today, do me a favor and hit that like button. Also feel free, if you're not subscribed to the channel, to go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of this run towards a three-peat. But that does it for this one, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by again today, and I will see you next time.